The SFL embarks on its landmark 12th season in existence, and we come to the finale of week number 1 inside the Shark Tank. It's the London Knights traveling all the way from across the pond to take on the San Francisco Sharks. Welcome into the broadcast booth, everybody. Chris Curtis along with Gus Schultz here bringing you, again, the week 1 finale. Taking a look at London. A lot of travel time, Gus, for these guys as they come in to try to take on the Sharks in their home turf.
Yep, but the London is going to be feeling really good coming off their preseason game. A strong showing against Carolina. They finally got a running game going with Robbie Streeter, and I definitely want to see more of him today. Over 100 yards in his preseason debut, so he could be an impact maker for sure.
Hashtag make an impact. That's what we're after as we get things going in the SFL for week number 12 as the teams get ready for the coin toss. We'll see who has the ball first. Two teams, Gus, that started their existence in the SFL just 2 short seasons ago, as both London and San Francisco came in at the offseason of the same season. I believe it was before season 11, if my calculations are correct. So
those calculations are correct.
Yes, absolutely. So we are just about to get underway. Football on the other side as we await the kickoff. Just about to get it back going from San Francisco, the Bay Area, playing host to this week 1 game between the Sharks and the Knights. The Knights will start with the football, so we will see Rob Roby and company out on the field first. And we'll see what this kickoff has in store. Left-footed kicker gets it up and away. And we are underway as this is going to get a bounce to the 10-yard line to the 5. It'll actually go out of bounds in the opening kickoff. Interesting start. We've got some MeUndies laundering on the field before the first play even gets going.
That's not how you want to start things off. Taking a penalty for not putting the kick in the field of play. Going to give a bunch of yardage over to the London Knights, and they will take every advantage they can get looking for a good start to the season here.
Don't forget MeUndies, world's most comfortable underwear. Use the promo code in the scroll below. A portion of your purchase goes towards the SFL to help support the initiative and give the gift of comfort with a 100% satisfaction guarantee with free shipping and returns. Signature soft and stretchy MeUndies. As we get the first play on the field for Rob Roby. First play from scrimmage is a short throw that actually hits a shark before it hits the ground. That goes nowhere. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yep, looking for his target, James Hands there, and he was just caught up in the defenders. He couldn't continue running that route, so nothing happening on that pass.
Rob Roby looking to make something happen on 2nd and 10 there as you take a look at James Hands, part of the Hands brothers, the wide receivers, along with Ken McCarro. It's Donnie and James going to be your main wide receiving tandem. Reggie Streeter, your main halfback, number 34. 2nd down throw towards the sideline. That is going to be caught 2nd and 6 after a 4-yard completion. Not much more to that than meets the eye, as it'll be the first catch for Ken McCarro.
Yep, Ken McCarro coming over from Denver here for his 2nd year, and a good start getting him going on just a short, simple little pass. You want to establish that rhythm between a new quarterback for the team and the new wide receiver.
In the gun is Roby. 2 with him in the gun. Has the football, looks to throw, puts it over the middle. That one is going to be incomplete. That was in the hands of the receiver. Good secondary defense, I do believe, took that one away. And that will be a 3 and out for the London Knights on the first possession.
And that's the rookie Jacob Gustafsson there breaking the play up. Trying to go back to Kenny McCarro over the middle. Good looking route for him. But Gustafsson just having nothing to do with that thing. Makes a good stop.
Jacob Gustafsson, part of a really talented secondary group with San Francisco that we'll talk about on their next defensive possession. But for now, we're going to take a look at the Sharks special teams unit as they will get the ball for their offense. That's caught at the 17 out to the 22-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and it's the first possession of the game for veteran now Dylan Aciel, along with Ogun Zulu in the halfback spot. Gabriel Manning, the veteran receiver. Matt Burnham and Ermac Jackson going to be your wide receiving tandem. This is a decent offensive unit for the Sharks.
Yeah, Dylan Asiel coming over from St. Louis. He's a good-looking quarterback, really young, lots of room to develop.
Under center. Quick step up in the pocket, thrown over the middle, and that is going to be incomplete. Had a receiver over that middle, but could not quite find him. It was a chance, but Chris Dodd jumps in front of it.
Yep, Chris Dodd playing really good cornerback there, taking that away. He's also new to the London Knights, the only player in his 4th season playing in this game. Very young teams all the way across the board.
Yeah, very young players as far as their tenure in this league. You got a shotgun play for Asiel on second down. 2 with him in that spot. One of them is Ogunzulu. Looks to throw. Quick drop, throwing to his left towards the sideline. That's going to be caught. Turns up field. Real nice turn. And that is going to be a 1st and 10. The first down of the game for either squad. And that is going to be Matt Burnham with his first catch.
Matt Burnham there in his 3rd year doing a good job bringing the nice simple pass in and then turning upfield for the extra yards. Definitely the start to your passing game that you want to have going.
In the gun with Zulu to his left. He got 7 in the box defensively for London. Got to get to the 47 for a first down. Plants throws deep left side, but incomplete. Real good chance for Gabriel Manning to make a play, but the secondary is one better here for London.
And that's Chris Dodd breaking up the pass once again. Really solid cornerback play for him to start this thing off. Definitely going to give Asiel problems. But look for Asiel to start running that ball now. Last season, he was the most running quarterback in the league. Look for that to start real soon.
Dominating the left side of the hash mark, so this is the Sharks offense here. Still 8 in the box for London. They look like they're going to be sending some extra help. Instead, they send 3. Thrown over the middle. That is a diving grab at the 40-yard line, and it'll be marked at the 43 after a real nice effort over the middle from Gabriel Manning. That's a first down.
You would think with 8 players dropped back in coverage that you wouldn't find a hole to get that ball through, but Asiel doing a beautiful job finding the soft spot and making the throw.
2 receivers, bottom of your screen again. Looks like London's going to stack the box and drop it out. Right side, deep, tipped and incomplete. That was dangerously underthrown by Asiel, and it nearly caused an interception.
Dean Maddox, the cornerback on the play, will be kicking himself for dropping that one. It was in his hands, and when the ball hits you in both hands, you pretty much have to catch that ball. There's no excuses at that point.
Dean Maddox, Chris Dodd, we've seen both those names called. Jeff Malinishin and Nathan Blake, your safety crew. Outside linebackers, Slim Shady and Blake Craze. William Davidson is your star defensive tackle for London. In the I formation, looking to throw, might be checking down. Nope, he'll heave it over the middle. That's tipped, tip drill, and it's picked off. That is a big play at the 17-yard line to flip possession, and London has the first turnover of the ball game.
There are about 5 defensive bodies there for the London Knights, and the ball goes right into the center of them. And once that tip drill starts, somebody's going to come up with it, and it's the wrong answer if you're San Francisco to see it be Chris Dodd.
I'll tell you what, if effort leads to results normally, that man is going to have a huge season, because on that first drive, he was all over the field. That brings back out Rob Roby and company for his second possession. Reggie Streeter is behind him. He's going to get the football on first down. He's got some room to run in front of him, about a 6-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Little surprised not to see him on their opening possession. You think with a rookie, you want to get him going, get the running game established, but bringing him out for the second drive, a 6-yard run is what you want to see when you're running the ball on first down.
Streeter is going to go out wide this time. Roby is in a 5-wide set. He is under center. Plenty on the line, extra pressure coming. Nope, they just send 4 to the outside. That one is caught, and it is short of the first down. That's a good-looking play caught by James Hands, one of the Hands brothers, but it is short of that first down marker.
Hands brothers live up to their names. We saw a big completion to Donnie Hands in preseason for a touchdown. James Hands getting the first of the 2 brothers here in this one. And those guys are big impact players. They can really do good things for your passing game.
Under center, got 2 in the backfield. One of them is Streeter. Big third down here on 3rd and 1. Streeter's got the first down. That's a big first down to get, as they will move the chains up to the 29-yard line. Real quick, let's go over the San Francisco defense while we have a second. Franco Sonati, the defensive tackle star player. Didi Sachs, defensive end. Outside linebacker Chad Guy. Cornerbacks crew is going to be Justin Jones and Camden Hoffman. And your safety crew, free safety Barry Barkley, and strong safety, we've already seen him before, Jacob Gustafson, who's made an impact in this game already as Rob Roby has his new first down. He's going to be looking to throw short. Check down does not go very far. In fact, they'll say he got nothing, and it'll be a 2nd and 10.
Yep, good job there to not take the sack by Roby, but you want to look for something a little more open than that. You got a guy no yards forward down the field, swarmed by defenders immediately. You got a little bit of time to make a better read there.
4 on the defensive line. A couple of linebackers lurking. I formation for Roby. He's going to get the football to Streeter. Streeter is met at the line of scrimmage after a 2-yard gain, make it a 3rd and long, and the Sharks defense looking to step up here and force a turnover or force a punt.
Yep, and the Sharks have really improved a lot on the defensive line. Bringing in Franco Sonati and D.D. Sachs then through the draft definitely means that they do not want teams running that ball directly into the line. So a good stop for them right there.
It'll be a play action. Looking to throw over the middle. Tipped and picked off the other way now. Another tip drill. This one may go to the house. To the 20, 15. He is going to go to the house indeed. That is a San Francisco touchdown. It's Camden Hoffman.
Yep, Camden Hoffman, a name we haven't had a chance to call yet. He's spent his entire career here in San Francisco, and sometimes you go your whole career without an opportunity like that. Off the tip, very safe hands, and then off to the races, nobody to catch him.
2 interceptions in this game already, one of them taken back to the house, both of them on tip drills. That's the reason why they practice those. Extra point coming up here very shortly, as the Sharks are going to be the first ones on the board. And you talk about the Sharks, this extra point gets taken, Gus, and this is a franchise in its now 3rd season in existence. First 2 seasons, they had some trouble finding their way. This 3rd one, maybe 3rd time's a charm for them.
Yeah, 3rd time's the charm. If you can start your scoring off with a pick 6 and solid defensive line play, that's what you want to see from a defense. A 3 and out and then an interception. You can't ask for a defense to play better than that.
All right, and we go back to where we were at the start of the game. Just a 7-point handicap given to the Sharks, as the Sharks will kick off to London here. Still about 6:45, just about left in the first quarter. That ball will be caught at the 9. Returned on a spin move. Got some room to run out to the 30-yard line. They'll mark him at the 29, and that is where Rob Roby will try to redeem himself after that big pick 6 that they gave up. And that was Jeff Malinishin, the return man for London, getting him all the way up there.
Yep, good work from that defense there to kind of make things easier for the offense. That's the kind of support you always want.
Roby on first down has an empty backfield. A lot of wideouts. Sharks secondary chomping at the bit. We'll see what they can do. Check over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. That one hit Barker. It hit, Balmer in the hands. The backup tight end, I do believe, is who that is. It hit him in the hands. It drops to the ground at 2nd and 10.
And Camden Hoffman, once again, was looking to try and grab that thing off of the deflection there. You really need this London Knights team to have a safer set of hands and bring those balls in if you're going to come out in a 5-wide set.
Offset I formation. 1st or 2nd and 10, should say. Streeter gets the football. Room to run off tackle. He's going to have some room more. He breaks the second level and gets out to the 50-yard line midfield. I believe they're going to mark him. Nope, 49 is where he's at in London territory still, but that's a nice run from Reggie Streeter.
And Streeter saw what I saw, that he does not want to just run directly at this big defensive line for the Sharks. So he bounces it outside, and once he's in space, his speed allows him to make a lot of magic happen. Beautiful run for the rookie.
20-yard scamper for Reggie Streeter. Just 4 rushes for him so far. That's 7.25 yards per rush for him at the moment. Split backs formation. Looking to throw. Rob Roby to the outside. Get it to the sideline. That's a drop pass. And Streeter's going to be kicking himself for that. He's got to be an option down there. Instead it goes 2nd and 10.
Kicking himself because he had a block. If he hauls that catch in, he can pretty easily pick up that first down. And if he breaks a tackle, who knows how far that thing could go. But, you know, that's the type of rookie mistake you expect. Just not quite on that same rhythm yet. That's a play that they will be able to get going as time goes by. 2nd and 10.
Split backs for Roby. 5-step drop, throwing short. That's a crossing pattern. Good juke move. Moves him backwards, but he does recover. Gets about 6 on the pass. It's 3rd and 4, and that'll open up the rest of the playbook to him as they try to convert on 3rd down.
James Hands with a safe grab there, but the fancy moves allow him to pick up a couple extra yards and take this from a 3rd and medium to an almost 3rd and short. Good opportunity here for them to keep the drive alive.
And this will be the 4th 3rd down attempt for London. Short over the middle, right side, got it. That is caught down to the 32-yard line is where they will mark him. And that is a good catch and a great conversion for the Knights as Ken Maccaro hauls in his second pass.
Ken Maccaro runs a nice little stutter step there, but because it's zone coverage, nobody goes with him. And so that leaves you wide open for the short slant route to really work very effectively.
Down to the 32 on the precipice of field goal range. Would be a 49-yarder from here if it gets to that point. Split backs for the Knights. They try to get back into this football game. Handoff, Streeter through the middle. He's going to get met at the line and taken down there. They'll say it's a 2-yard gain. The measuring sticks might disagree, but they'll take it. It's a 2nd and 8.
Yep, and Streeter driven back into the ground on that one. And it's going to happen when you run against this big interior defense of San Francisco. Sonati, Sachs, and Guy form a fantastic core there defending the middle of the field.
You mentioned a Chad Guy on the tackle there. That pass is going to go over the middle. It's caught at the 10-yard line, and that is going to be marked at the 10-yard line. Another one for Ken Maccaro there in the red zone for the first time this evening.
And he's getting pumped up. He's had so many good grabs here on these first couple of drives, and he's really gotten just beautiful work. He beats his man, and his quarterback sees him, lays it in, not just where he can catch it, but where he can run after the catch to keep picking up the yards.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line. They can still get, no, they cannot get a first down at this point. So it's 4 plays to score or field goal. Split backs. Roby under center. Handoff. Streeter has a hole. Trying to get there. He's going to get down to the 6-yard line and taken down. They'll actually say the 5. It'll be 2nd and goal.
One more cut and Streeter's probably in the end zone on that one. Instead, he gets caught up on a block. But 5 yards on first down is still very solid work for a rookie running back. So look to keep feeding him the rock as he has been very hot so far on this second drive.
That was Barry Barkley who clogged up the hole on that as well. Good stuff by him. Handoff, Streeter one more time, and another good job plugging up the hole. That is going to be 3rd and goal, as Streeter's been the main cog in the machine, but the machine's been breaking down of late.
The machine breaking down just a little bit. Only 1 yard, but the defense is going to rally to the ball here. They do not want to allow this to become a tied game. So a big important 3rd down here. See what the San Francisco defense made of.
Their 5th attempt on 3rd down, looking to throw. Back of the end zone, caught! That is in! London, touchdown, their first of the season. And what a grab on the dive in the back of the end zone. London ties up the game, pending the extra point.
Yep, James Hands with the safe work once again. He's been a very reliable target. That's actually his 3rd catch of the game. He's picked up 13 yards and a touchdown. It's just phenomenal work from the wide receiving veteran right there.
Extra point going to be on the horizon for London. London, another team in their 3rd season in existence. They are also looking for that positive direction. They have not changed ownership either. So it's going to be a matter of, I think at this point, they can know what to expect, can possibly figure out a game plan that's going to work long term as they do tie up the game in San Fran. London about to kick the ball off. Sharks going to get it back with about 3 minutes left in the first quarter. If you guys are just joining us, Chris Curtis, Gus Schultz with you. Week 1 of the SFL. It's been a highly competitive week all across the league. Till 2 other games happening at the same time as ours as well. So a triple header of action. You can kind of take your pick or do 3 different windows. It's entirely up to you. Out to the 25 to 30. And that is going to be a tackle at the 29-yard line. Good work from Gabriel Manning to get the ball up and give the ball back to Dylan Aciel, who's got a touchdown pass in this game. Or no, I'm sorry, he does not.
He does not have a touchdown pass yet in this game, but he does have an interception thrown. So he's going to want to come out and offset that with some offensive razzle-dazzle of himself. Look to see him run yet. He hasn't taken off yet in this game.
39 yards, just 2 for 6 at the moment is Aciel. Play action play. Throws on the run on his offhand. He will catch. It'll be a catch at the 34-yard line. 2nd and 5. Gabriel Manning hauls in another.
Gabriel Manning, the consummate workhorse, doing the return duties, then comes out as the primary target on this bootleg to the left there on 1st down. That's a good setup for them because it gives Aciel space to where if he doesn't like what he sees, he can pull that thing down and run with it. They want those options there for him.
In the gun. Aciel has it. Quick drop thrown over the middle. It is tipped, and it will hit the turf harmlessly. That was close, but a 3rd down attempt coming for San Francisco. And calculations are correct. It'll be their first 3rd down attempt of the game.
Yeah, their first 3rd down attempt, but only because of that devastating pick that they threw before they could even get there the last time. And, just a really weird 2nd down play there, throwing into very tight coverage. You want some more separation than that.
Under center, offset eye. Aciel to throw. Plenty of time. Deep heave, left side. That ball is caught at the 40-yard line exactly. That's where he'll be out of bounds. Gabriel Manning with another big catch, and the Sharks are moving.
He didn't care that he only needed 5 yards there. He said, I've got my man one-on-one deep. I'm going to go ahead and take that shot. That's Nathan Blake, safety in one-on-one coverage of a wide receiver. That's a very favorable matchup for a lot of quarterback wide receiver tandems. So that's you got to throw that one sometimes.
Sounds like a missed coverage in the cornerback unit. If you got a safety one-on-one, this will be an offset eye handoff through the middle to Ogunzulu, his first carry of this game, and it goes for not very much. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and that's a pretty big start there for that defensive front of the London Knights, saying, oh, you want to run the ball now? You're not going anywhere. That's the kind of toughness that paid real good dividends for them against Carolina.
In the gun. 3 to your left, 1 to your right. Heaves it over the middle, tipped and incomplete. Real good coverage by London. And that is another one to Manning that he's not able to bring in this case. But it was close as he had Nathan Blake all over him.
Yeah, once again, Nathan Blake left on coverage there against Manning. And Aciel really seems to like that matchup. And I don't blame him after the success that first time. But Nathan Blake is a really good safety. And before long, he's going to come up with one himself.
In the backfield is Ogunzulu. 3 at the bottom of your screen, 1 at the top. Aciel looking to throw. Heaves it over the middle. That is picked off. Huge route jump. It was one of the safeties again. Want to see who that was, but it is another pick for Aciel. And it's Jeff Malinishin, his first pick of the season, as he jumps across the middle.
Yep, and he's just playing that deep zone coverage there, reading the eyes of the quarterback, and the quarterback doesn't notice him. He thinks he's got his man there. Malinishin, very smart, jumps up in front of it and gets his team the ball back.
And that's a huge, huge play on the road in hostile territory. Sharks fans a little bit quieter after that play, as that halts a good offensive drive. Streeter with the first carry for this drive is a 7-yard run. He will get out to the 29-yard line, and that is going to give them a nice and manageable 2nd down.
Streeter continues to put in work as a running back, and now he's starting to get it up through the middle as well. We had that 5-yard run down near the goal line. Now another 7 yards on 1st down up the middle. This is a hot hand there for that offense.
Chance to throw for Roby. Hit as he threw. Doesn't matter. That's deep and caught to the 30. He may go. Trying to keep him on the outside of the Sharks defenders, and they will. Ken Maccaro hauls in a long one, and they have a good drive going at the 19.
Rob Roby proving that he may have once been a Shark, but he is now firmly a London Knight, standing in there to take that hit because he knows that's what gives him the time to hit Ken Maccaro extraordinarily deep. This is beautiful work from Roby.
And eventually had to be chased down. That was Barry Barkley who was able to get to him. Had a little bit of help, I believe, from Gustafson, who got over as well. but it did not matter. It was a real nice catch, and it has the Knights in the red zone for the second time this evening. That's to the outside, caught by Streeter. He's got some room to run. First down and more, down to the 7-yard line. He's taken out of bounds there, and it'll be first and goal for the Knights in their second red zone trip.
And we talked about on their second drive how they needed this play to be able to work. Streeter coming out of the backfield now has so much space in front of him. Nobody for 10 yards, and he makes every bit of that count with a 12-yard pickup.
All right, well, London knocking on the door again, trying to take the lead in the Shark Tank. We'll see what they have for this Sharks defense. By himself under center is going to be Rob Roby. Plenty of wideouts. 4 on the defensive line. All 4 will come. Roby to throw. Back in the end zone. That one is picked off in the end zone. 2 picks per quarterback. Roby gives the ball back in the red zone, and San Francisco fans breathe a sigh of relief.
That is beautiful work from Gustafsson. Reading the quarterback's eyes, seeing that the throw was actually underthrown for where the wide receiver is, and he goes up and wins it. Doesn't try to do anything fancy, just comes down with it and gets him the ball back.
Still 20 seconds left in this first quarter. First play from scrimmage after the interception. From the 20-yard line, it's Aciel. To the outside, that ball is going to be caught. A 5-yard completion once more. This one to Gabriel Manning again, and that'll bring us down to about 17 seconds left.
Yep, only 2 other passes completed for other wide receivers for the Sharks. Gabriel Manning, by far the #1 target for Aciel. And Gabriel Manning's a good wide receiver, but you've got to get the rest of that core involved and start establishing rhythms with them.
Aciel still has yet to hit the 100-yard mark in passing offense. He'll throw on the run here. That's caught. Good little pick plays. He sent some of the receivers up forward. This one stays back, and that is a catch for Razor, the backup tight end.
Yep, Aaron Razor. When you can get your tight ends working, they create a lot of mismatch opportunities in the middle of the field, and it shows there with a big pickup. Get them moving away from their own end zone. Now they just have to take care of that ball as we move into the second quarter.
And first quarter is indeed done. We've got a tie ball game. London taking it to the Sharks in the Shark Tank. This is the SFL on YouTube presented by APM Music. So get back to you in the Bay Area. Chris Curtis, Gus Schultz with you. The SFL on YouTube crew out in the Bay Area. First and 10 for Aciel. Ogunzulu is behind him. Thrown to the outside towards the sideline. It'll be a short grab. Not much to that one, but another one hauled in. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yep, and that is Ermac Jackson, second-year player coming over from New Orleans. And when you go in and spend that much money on a third wide receiver, it's really saying that you are committed to getting the passing game running. And I like that. You bring in a new quarterback to lead the team, bring in some more wide receiver help. They've got some good potential there.
They do. Not only that, but they also have Gabriel Manning, and you got to take some attention from him. So having that other is going to help out a lot in the long term. That ball is nearly picked off. That was a dangerous throw. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was Jeff Malinishin vying for a second of the ball game.
Yeah, Malinishin doing a fantastic job in his cover 2 role there. They're playing those 2 deep safeties, just trying to read the eyes and flow to where they need them to be. And they've already got 2 picks as a secondary unit. Malinishin wants number 3.
3rd and 5. Plenty of drop back. That's a 7-step drop. Deep throw from Aciel. That one is nearly picked off. Very close again, in London's defensive unit. Nathan Blake this time had a shot and couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, London's defensive unit is quickly approaching the point where they've almost caught as many of the throws from Aciel as the Sharks' offensive wide receivers have, and that is a very dangerous spot to be if you are the Sharks' offense, and now they're going to have to punt.
Yep, a punting unit out on the field, and actually I think they've dropped as many as the Sharks players have caught at this point. Aciel's only 7, he's only 7 for 16 at this point. This will be a kick end over end. Get it down to about the 17-yard line. Grabbed there. Not much happening with it. as that is going to be back to the 21-yard line for Jeff Milinishin, the return man, and London back out on the field trying to take the lead.
Milinishin's the return man who really doesn't like to call the fair catch. He wants the opportunity to run that back and make something spectacular happen. And as long as he's not fumbling, I say let the man work.
Single back formation. Streeter's back there, 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom of your screen. Chance to throw. He's going to get taken down. First sack of the game for the Sharks defensive line as they finally get to him for a 2-yard loss.
And that is number 95. That is the defensive tackle, John Osiris, doing work. He's lined up with Sonati there. And that tandem, like we talked about earlier, just big problems trying to move the ball through the middle of the field. Good pressure for him.
In the gun. Roby to throw. Left side. That ball is caught on a stretch, and that is going to be a 6-yard, or actually an 8-yard completion. Ken Macaro, do believe, is who brought that one in. And that'll be a 3rd and 4 on the way.
Yep, and that puts Macaro already at 100 yards. We still have 10 minutes left in the second half. A great second down play. You don't have to make all that yardage up in one go. Gives them 3rd and very manageable.
Close game, just starting out the second quarter. Roby to throw to the outside. Oh, I thought it was picked. It is not. It is a catch. It is also a first down. Huge play to convert on 3rd down for London. That gives them their 3rd on 6 opportunities as Streeter brings it in.
And that surely would have been a pick 6 if it went the other way. But a lot of touch shown by a seal there to sneak that right under the coverage. Excuse me, not a seal. That was Roby on the
I meant it was just a really, really close pass because I thought that was a pick 6 as soon as it went out of his hand. But very close either way. I formation for Roby. Handoff. Streeter got a hole, but he can't break through the first level. And he will get a yard on it out to the 37.
Yep, and that's Gustafsson coming up, making the tackle along with Guy. They do solid work in the middle of the field. That's where London will have the most problem. They want to get their players the ball outside in space where they can take advantage of their speed advantage.
You take a look at the bottom right of your screen. That's Jacob Gustafsson right there. In the gun. Roby looks to throw. Has plenty of time to the outside. That one's caught. Can't turn it upfield. But that is a catch for Ken Macaro. Another one added to his tally. Only a 3-yard completion. Make it 3rd and long.
You'd like to do a little bit more there on 2nd and 10. You know, you'll take what you can get, but 7 yards on 3rd down is a lot to try and make up in one play. It means you have to be taking a shot down the field because something underneath gives the defense time to rally to that ball and get you stopped up short. And they're definitely not in field goal range yet.
Over the 100-yard mark already for Ken Macaro, who has 6 catches on the day, 103. Under center, actually in the gun. Throw to the outside. An inaccurate throw that it looks like they had to bring in on the jump. That was close, but it is not going to make a first down, and London will punt.
Yep, and right there you see it. When that ball's underthrown and the route isn't deep enough, James Hands cannot do anything to make the first down there, and now they have to run out their punt unit.
Nope, low snap. That's dangerous. Oh, that was nearly blocked. Nearly got there, but the sigh of relief from my broadcast partner tells all the story that needs to be said there as we get to the 23-yard line for the Sharks, as Dylan Aciel will come back out on the field. 2 interceptions for each quarterback at this point, and it's nearly been a lot more from Aciel. He really needs to reel it in.
Yeah, Aciel, not only the 2 interceptions, but the one of them being a pick 6 really, really hurts. They've got to do a better job holding on, to this ball and making the safe plays.
Aciel's in the gun. That's Ogunzulu to his left. 7 in the box defensively for London. Looking to throw. Plenty of time. Wings it over the middle and a diving attempt. I think that was Manning. Yes, it was. He tried, but it was a little bit out of his reach. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Manning continues to be the #1 target there, and he just has got so much attention on him from this London secondary. You have to start looking at your 2nd and 3rd reads, trying to work them into your offensive game plan because they've taken Manning away as an option.
Well, or if he's going to run a complicated route like that, he has to be able to, or Aciel has to be able to put it on him. And that is that too. Long drop back, thrown over the middle. This one is caught. First down and a few more out to the 41-yard line. And they move the chains for the first time in a while as the Sharks move ahead.
Yep, and that's Matt Burnham there on the completion. We start looking at somebody else, and suddenly we've got wide open wide receivers in the middle of the field. Fantastic throw and catch there to get them the first down and start establishing some rhythm again.
1st and 10 for Dylan Aciel and company. Just eclipsed the 100-yard mark for the first time in the game. I formation with Zulu in the backfield. They are expecting run. London playing the run all the way through. They will send extra help, and the run blitz pays off. That is a 1-yard loss as Zulu will hit the deck. It is 2nd and 11.
Actually, Kevin Bryant, the fullback there on the run. A very interesting decision with the box stacked that full, not to call an audible out of that, you know. And I know it's first down. You're going to have 2 more opportunities, but you have to know the pressure's coming there.
In the gun is Aciel. Moving to the outside, Zulu. It'll be a check down, short tipped, and another tip drill nearly caused an interception. This one will hit the ground. It's 3rd and long coming up as Justin Towns was the intended target.
Yeah, you like your tight ends there in the middle of that field there, but sometimes he's just not fast enough on that turnaround. He wasn't ready for that ball, and you just feel bad for the guy dropping what would have been a good catch.
Not only would have been a good catch, but, I mean, it hit him in the hands. He's got to bring that in. I don't care if he's ready for it or not, in my opinion. But either way, the Sharks face a long 3rd and 11. In the gun by himself is Aciel. 7 in the box defensively for London. 4 in coverage. And the 3 of the 7 drop back. Thrown over the middle, and he split the seam somehow. That is caught. First down and more, down to the 41-yard line. What a grab for Matt Burnham.
This is absolutely incredible. The coverage is so tight on him. He's got the man coverage as well as the safety help from Nathan Blake. But Burnham says, I don't care. I will put my body on the line for this team, bring this one in, and keep the drive alive.
And looking at that play again, I think Nathan Blake, if he has his head up and he has his eyes on the ball, that's possibly a pick. But instead goes for the tackle, and San Francisco has the first down. That one's caught over the right side as well. Another one for Aciel, starting to find a rhythm here with his receivers as Burnham finds another one.
Yeah, Burnham now the hot hand, and we talked about going away from Manning. Now the spotlight is going to be on Burnham. Look for the safeties and the corners to start really focusing on him. So maybe we get Jackson involved more, or maybe Manning comes back.
Yeah, Jackson only has 1 catch. Burnham and Manning both have 4. Just to kind of get you an indication there. In the gun is Aciel. Thrown to the left sideline. That is a catch, 2 or 3-yard completion. As there'll be another one for Gabriel Manning. That is a 2nd and 7.
Yep, and Aciel's doing a good job of looking at what the coverage is giving him. You know, where is the space? What can I do with it? And so as long as he keeps finding those soft spots, they will continue to move the ball. Problematically, though, is they are not running. They have only given Zulu the chance to run the ball 1 time, and that's just not going to do it.
This one might be his 2nd run here. Nope, it'll be a pass again. Aciel to the outside. This one's a little bit closer to the first down marker, but still not quite there. Manning hauls in another, his 6th catch. It's 3rd and 2.
When you go so pass heavy, eventually the defense is not going to believe the play action fake anymore. They're going to drop more guys back into coverage, and those throwing lanes are going to go away. And so if you want to come out and establish the run, I think this is a good spot. 3rd and 2. You haven't called a lot of them. This is a place where a run can really work.
And they are in the red zone. For the first time this evening are the Sharks. Nope, Aciel will throw. Instead it's a pass. It's essentially a run from the backfield. The pass goes to Zulu. He'll get down to the 8-yard line. 1st and goal for San Fran.
Yep, the extended running play works there really well. You know, you've got so many guys in the box that, hey, maybe the run directly up the middle isn't a great idea, but get your running back in space, and he makes 1 man miss. If he makes another, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, that's very, very close. Very, very close. Tied at 7. So we play with about 5:07 left in the first half. Sharks threatening to go ahead in this football game. It's 7-7 right now. 1st and goal, thrown back in the end zone. That is a one-handed grab. San Fran touchdown. Give them the advantage. It is Matt Burnham.
What an incredible catch there. This throw is in a really awkward spot for Burnham to go and get, and he says, I've still got this. It's got, you know, he's got the corner on the inside. So the throw has to be outside, but it's so far out there. That big wingspan. Matt Burnham is 6'4", so he can really go out and get that. Otherwise, that's an incomplete pass to most other wide receivers.
Left-footed kicker. Going to send it through in the extra point, or so they hope. They take a 1-touchdown lead after Aciel is able to redeem himself. Real hot drive from him, as he had a real good start to that and just kind of kept it floating on through. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he completed 7 passes on that drive, and he brings his team down, gives them the lead as we come down to the last 4 and change, or just about 5 minutes left in the second quarter.
And that drive was really the Matt Burnham show. He did such incredible work to try and beat the coverages around him and putting himself on the line in the middle of the field to bring those balls in. Just incredible, incredible receiver play.
And this will be a return from the 10. Chance for Malinishin. He's going to get out to the 33-yard line. Good work from him. It'll be 1st and 10 for Rob Roby and company as they try to bring themselves back. London's already tied the game from being behind one time. Can they do it again? As don't forget, the Sharks kicked to the Knights at the start of the first half. So the Knights will get the ball back, or the Sharks will get the ball at the start of the second.
And London did throw an interception on their last one, so look for more of the run here. Keep the ball safe in your possession. And
Streeter's going to get the first carry. You called that, but the cornerback's too fast is up to grab him and take him down. That is the cornerback. That's one of the backups, actually. That's going to be able to take him down. It'll be 2nd and 13.
If there was Frank Thomas, the cornerback there, he kind of the slot guy, and really good job sniffing that running play out, blowing it up before it starts.
Roby, empty backfield. 4 on the defensive line for the Sharks. Quick drop back, looks to throw over the middle. That's caught. Has to turn around. Ball is on the ground, I do believe. No, it's not. He did catch it. 3rd and 4 is what we're looking at the 39.
Yep, and that's the tight end, Charlie Balmer, making the big play, and he realizes that he's not actually down by contact, so he stands up and tries to fight for more yards. That's the kind of physical play you want to see from tight ends.
And that'll make Balmer feel better because he actually dropped a pass earlier in this quarter that resulted in a 3-and-out for London. This will be a sidearm throw, and it's a catch. That was close, but it is a grab for Ken Maccaro and a 1st down for London.
Very dangerous there as the linebacker in the middle of the field was directly in the path of that ball, but he was turned around trying to get dropped back into coverage, so it works out in favor of Rob Roby, but a very dangerous throw nonetheless.
From the 43-yard line, split backs for Roby. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom of your screen, 4 on the line for San Francisco. Handoff, Streeter, and he's going to get met at the line. It'll be a 1-yard gain on it. Not much to it, only 44 yards on 11 carries for him.
Huge linebacking play for Toby Cuffman there. Looked like Tub on my sheet for a second. Toby Cuffman coming up, making the big hit to stop that for only 1.
That moment when Snipa can't read his own typed handwriting. Under center. That's going to be a hit, and Roby is going to go down. That is a big sack and bring him back 3rd and 12, and it'll be 3rd and long for London.
I believe that's the 2nd time we've seen Roby sacked so far already. That offensive line just not holding up to the big pressure, and this one's Franco Sonati, the big D tackle they brought in from Vancouver, earning his paycheck there on the 2nd down play.
San Francisco faithful getting loud, trying to will their team to a stop, give them back the football, hopefully. In the gun, London. It's Roby. 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top. He has the football. Quick drop back, thrown, left side. That ball is tipped and incomplete. They get their stop, and that is a big, big play to force a punt as the clock will stop with just over 2 minutes to go.
And that was Camden Hoffman once again with his hands on the ball. He had a pick 6 earlier in this game. Another opportunity for him there. He'll be looking at his hands, wondering where the hole in the gloves are tonight.
Gabriel Manning going to be deep for the return to try to give San Francisco a chance to take a 2-possession lead before the half is over. Good hard boot, end over end. Get it down to the 18-yard line. Manning with a spin move. He won't go far after that. A 4-yard return. Give the ball to Dylan Aciel. He had a hot drive his last time out. You'll see if the see if they can go ahead and get this lead extended before the end of the half.
Yep, and we really hope to see that Nathan Blake and Jeff Melanishin rallied their secondary. Like, hey guys, we have got to do better on this drive. Cover these guys up, hit them fast, and make sure they don't get the yards after the catch.
In the gun. Zulu to his left. Zulu's going to split out wide. Thrown, oh, it's short, and it is complete. Gabriel Manning brings in a 2-yard completion towards the sideline.
Chris Dodd there on the coverage almost had this one swatted away. Keeps it down to only a 2-yard gain because that ball now has to go outside because of the coverage.
Taking a look at Gabriel Manning again. He lines up at the bottom of your screen. And that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. It is the Quip 2-minute warning as we go to in the last part of the first half in San Fran. In the gun by himself, Aciel. Looking to throw. Heaves it over the middle. That is going to be incomplete. Quip Design delivers simple ways to keep your mouth healthy with timed vibrations, brush head refills for $5. Refilled every 3 months. Covered for life with free shipping for life. Try for 30 days and support the SFL with a promo code in the scroll below. A portion of your purchase helps support the SFL. Quip, a more wholesome clean. 3rd and 8 for San Francisco. Trying not to waste this opportunity to get points before the half, but they got to make it happen. Low snap in the gun. Heaved over the middle. That's caught. And that's going to get to the 39-yard line is where they will mark him. It's another catch, I believe, for Gabriel Manning. Or is that Jackson?
That was indeed Gabriel Manning. His 8th catch of the game so far. He's up to 65 yards according to my stat sheet. Oh, no, make that 82 yards now. A tremendous day for that wide receiver as he continues to be a reliable target for Aciel to throw to.
Aciel again to the outside. That is caught short, but he's moving backwards. Ends up back at the line of scrimmage. He does not... No, he does get out of bounds, so at least stops the clock. It does Burnham.
Yeah, Burnham really needs to be falling out of bounds with that one there. Instead of trying to extend the play, take the couple yards that you got and the clock stoppage rather than risk a fumble or losing the yardage and keeping that thing in bounds and then having to fight the clock.
They still have 3 timeouts as well, so they can make this last really as long as they want. Aciel's in the gun by himself. 2nd and 10. Quick drop back. Plenty of time. Puts it over the middle. Deep and caught. That's a long grab. San Francisco is going to call a timeout as they have it in London territory. Great grab by Matt Burnham again.
Matt Burnham, just an insane talent in the middle of the field. We're not seeing a lot of him on the outside, but he is going up and winning balls against double coverage in the middle. And yes, that's going to force them to make the timeout. But when you can move the ball that far, they're close to field goal range now. They could expand this to a 2-score lead before the half.
They could. It'd be a long one, 55 yards from here, so they could do well to get a little bit closer for their kicker. Short throw, left side, plenty of room to run. That's a good way to get it closer. Out of bounds goes Gabriel Manning. And Matt Burnham again is the crossing pattern. 1st and 10 from the 23.
Matt Burnham quickly approaching the 100-yard mark. If he didn't pick it up on that one, he will on his next. That's his 7th catch of the game so far. Or, excuse me, 8th catch.
1st and 10. Make it a 40-yard attempt if they decide to go that way, but Aciel's in the gun by himself. He wants the end zone. It would behoove them to get in before the end of the half if they can. High snap, has it. Deep throw, left side, tipped in, incomplete. London secondary, too good on that one. That was close, though. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Nathan Blake gets a hand on it there, and they've done well. One of their interceptions earlier in the game does come off of that tip drill. So Nathan Blake creating an opportunity for his defense. San Francisco going to be breathing a sigh of relief as it falls harmlessly to the ground.
In the gun. 2 with him. Aciel looking to throw deep left side towards the end zone. That is caught. San Francisco gets the points they need. Gabriel Manning has the touchdown.
A beautiful throw and catch here as Gabriel Manning was all covered up by that defender, but he shows that he knows how to fight for the ball just as well as Burnham. He goes up and beats. That's Chris Dodd on the coverage for the touchdown. Beautiful touchdown play.
Real accurate throw from Aciel, who has now officially inserted himself into this ball game. Had some rhythm issues with his receivers a while ago, but the last 2 drives have ended in scores for San Fran, and that is good news for San Francisco faithful who are sitting in the crowds and watching at home. Left-footed kicker going to try to put it through. Kick is up and on the way. It is good. Make it a 2-possession game for San Fran.
Yeah, this is really the story of 2 separate quarters. San Francisco starts off with back-to-back interceptions on their first 2 drives and then a punt on their third one, but they come out in the last 2 and get 2 touchdown receptions. I missed a field goal in there somewhere, but no, I missed. I forgot about their pick 6. Yep. Fantastic work for their offense, though, coming back, recovering from their slow start.
Yep, absolutely, as it'll be a chance for Malinishin on the return. He's going to work his way and worm his way down to the 29-yard line. But yeah, that pick 6 was it actually hadn't turned out to be huge because it kind of kept their team morale going while their offense worked to heat up. So that was a huge play from their secondary to make that play happen. And I mean, that is probably going to go down as play of the game so far from a team perspective.
I think in terms of importance, yes, but in spectacularness, maybe not quite.
Yeah,
I like that touchdown pass.
The one back at the end zone, one hand?
Yep, Matt Burnham, just tremendous.
Yep, absolutely. You and I are definitely on the same page. 5-yard completion. Short throw here, trying to get through the tackle. He does. First down and more, down to the 41-yard line. London calls a timeout as Streeter makes something happen short. It'll be 1st and 10 as they stop the clock.
And that's Fuller Backus, the fullback, showing exactly why you like having a fullback on the team. Breaks through 1 tackle, almost gets through the second one. If that help didn't arrive, he could have turned that into a lot more.
1st and 10 for Roby and company. Empty backfield. Plenty on the line for San Fran. 9-step drop thrown over the middle. He split the seam. That's complete into San Francisco territory at the 44, and they're not done. No huddle for Roby. Has the football. Quick drop, plenty of time. Throws right side, caught. Turning upfield. Good turn, but stepping out is Streeter, and he will have it down to the 30-yard line. This is a masterful 2-minute drill by the London Knights as they try to turn this into points as their last drive of the half.
And I love the balance that they're showing there. They got a pass completed to a fullback, a pass completion to the tight end, and now one to the running back gives them an opportunity now to look for their wide receivers deep in the end zone to cap it all off. 2
timeouts still and 24 seconds to play with. We'll see what they can do. Empty backfield to the outside goes Roby. It's a turn out of bounds after the catch. It's a 2nd and 6 after a 4-yard grab.
I love the call there. You're running out of clock time, so the quick reception to your veteran wide receiver, just get that thing out hot, get the feet down, and then get out of bounds to keep the hopes alive.
And just in case they don't get into the end zone, it does make a more reasonable field goal. They're at the 26 right now, make for a 43-yarder should it get to that point. London moving the ball, and they're playing chess while we're playing checkers. 2nd and 6. 5-step drop, looks to throw. Throws short in the check. That's going to be a timeout after this play, I would think, and it is indeed. First down, though, as it brings it down to the 19-yard line.
Yep, and that's the second completion on the drive to tight end, Charlie Balmer, really making up for that one drop. He has been solid coming out here in the second quarter, picking up key yards on this drive because they don't want to go into this down by 2 scores.
And they are going to try for that field goal now. It's a little bit early, I would think. I'd try to take a shot at the end zone, but they will do what they can. Field goal from the right hash. 36 yards. Snaps good, holds good. Kick on the way. It is up, and it is through right down Main Street for Nate Odell. and that is going to put points on the board for London, make it a 21-10 game.
Yep, just a nice little bit of momentum there. You'd think with 15 seconds, you've got time to run another play, especially with one timeout in your pocket, but they're playing it safe. You know, they've got 2 interceptions already. They don't want to risk another one and get nothing out of the drive. So I don't hate the call by any means.
It's still a short 2-possession game. It's an 11-point game. It's not bad, as Gabriel Manning can try to make something happen. Spin move, tries for a second one, and he will be taken down at the 29. ACL's going to come out, probably run a run play before the end of the half, unless they feel like going all out in week 1. We will see. But that would be my calls. It's just a quick little run play to Zulu and get into the locker room with an 11-point lead.
I'd kind of like to see something a little crazy here. You know, you got the big lead. Your passing game's been working great. Try to hit like a wide receiver screen or something. See if you catch them sleeping.
Well, I mean, they're not going to run a screen, but they're going to run a long one. It's the chuck and pray. At the end of the half, ACL to throw, puts one out there. That ball is caught! No way! He gets to the outside, breaks a tackle. No, he gets taken down at the 31 to the 29-yard line. But no time on the clock to take advantage of, and that is going to take us into halftime. They made it close, but could not put more points up. Sharks will get the ball back when we come back. It is halftime in the Bay Area. We'll be right back after this. And back to the Bay Area. It's going to be the second half of football in week 1 for the San Francisco Sharks and the London Knights. San Francisco an 11-point lead as they will get the football to start the second half. For those of you just joining, welcome in to the broadcast booth. Chris Curtis and Gus Schultz with you for the second half of football as we get set for the rest of this Bay Area showdown. London coming all the way from the other side of the world, basically, to play against these Sharks, and they're holding their own. Got a field goal at the end of the first half as Gabriel Manning will have the first return of the second half, as 1st and 10 from the 28 is where Dylan Aciel and company will have the football.
London may have gotten the last score of the first half there, but with that Hail Mary attempt I really think that's the Sharks stole a lot of momentum back. That was a huge completion and run that could have broken all the way for it. So that's got to feel great for them coming out at the half with the big lead and the big play at the very end.
Out-of-town scoreboard going on right now. Chicago up 14-10 on Queen City as it's a first run of the second half for Ogunzulu. You and I were talking about the fact the Sharks have basically no running game. They try to get something going there on the first play of the second half, and it goes for basically nothing.
Yeah, I think that brings his total up to about 1 yard of rushing for the day, maybe 0 yards still. But, you know, they haven't really needed him. The throwing game has been working out fantastic. ACL had like 285 yards of passing in a half of football. He's lined up to have a huge day through the air.
Also, the Pharaohs of New Orleans up on Houston 17-9 in the third quarter as well. Hyenas looking to try to crawl their way back into that. Matt Burnham has a catch, 3rd and 4, as it'll be a 3rd and short play for San Francisco.
One other thing we were talking about with Zulu there, last season he had no fumbles over 236 carries. It's kind of surprising we haven't seen him more involved in this game.
Oh, that's close. Nearly a sack thrown deep left side, tipped and incomplete. Intended receiver was Burnham as he tries to bring another one in, but it's a quick 3 and out. That's a win for the London defense as they get a quick transition in possession to start the second half.
Yeah, it has to feel great when you come out and see 2 passing plays after you've given up so many yards through the air for them to be able to stop them short, get their ball back, and say, hey, you know, we made this a 2-score game. We can come out and we can take control of this thing now. So I expect good things from London's offense here.
Kick goes end over end down to the 23-yard line as it'll be a return for Linishin. Not much to it. 1st and 10 for London as they bring back out Rob Roby. And Roby looking to have a better second half than he did the first half. Both quarterbacks with 2 interceptions. Aciel came out of his funk in a large way in that second quarter. We're looking for Roby to do the same here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I'd really like to see Roby get Donnie Hands a little more involved. We talked a lot about James Hands and Ken McCarro, but Donnie's been relatively quiet so far.
That's a deep ball left side. Not so deep. It's actually pretty shallow, but it is a catch for James Hands, his 6th reception. Make it a 2nd and 6.
Yep, and Donnie Hands actually no receptions so far. So not only have we not heard much from him, we actually haven't heard him yet. So as soon as we get Donnie Hands involved in this play, I really think the passing game is really going to click for London.
2nd and a nickel for London. 2 in the backfield. One of them is Streeter. He'll get the football, trying off tackle. He's going to break 1, but not 3. And he'll get taken down after a 1-yard gain. 3rd and 4 on the way. Another 3rd down attempt for London on the other side.
A good attempt there trying to bounce that thing to the outside. The outside runs have worked so well for Streeter so far in this game. But that secondary group really rallies to the ball to keep that thing from going wide.
Only 4 for 9 so far on 3rd downs for London. Trying to make it 5 for 10. They will. That's a catch and a new set as they'll get down to the 48-yard line. Big grab, big conversion. Keep the chains moving for Ken McCarro.
Ken McCarro continues to come up big when they need him to. That's his 8th catch. He's well over 100 yards now, and he has just been so clutch for them. Every time they move in the ball, it's almost a 50-50 bet whether it's going to be him or not.
1st and 10. Single back for the Knights. 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top, 4 on the defensive line. Handoff. Streeter has some room, and he's going to get laid out. An absolute truck came in to hit him from the safety position. It'll be 2nd and 4 after a 6-yard run.
Yep, that absolute truck was Barry Barkley there. 6'3", 222 pounds, laying the hurt on rookie Reggie Streeter there. Streeter has absorbed some hits today, though, and no fumbles to speak of. That's a good debut for him.
That's a handoff. Streeter has the 1st down. That is clutch. Another 1st down for the Knights, who are moving the football. Pretty efficient drive, all told, and they continue to eat time off the clock.
I love their commitment to the run. That's 61 yards right now for Streeter on 15 attempts. He's just been a solid workhorse. They've got him involved a little bit in the passing game. They want him to be a key facet of this offense.
He's on pace for about 27 or 28 carries at this point. That'd be a good workload in week 1. Over the middle, it's picked off with some room to run, trying a spin move. That is another one from the safety position as well. And how about that? That is Rob Roby's 3rd pick of the day, and it is Barry Barkley who jumps the route and takes the ball.
Yeah, the safety's coming up to make plays in the running game. This time, he's in coverage on Donnie Hands in that zone read there, and he sees that the ball's not quite where it needs to be, so he jumps that route. A big play for the Sharks defense.
1st and 10 for San Francisco as they get the ball back. Change in momentum. They've got good field position to work with as well. I formation for ACL. Plenty on the defensive line. He will throw. This one goes short. It's Zulu. Not much to it as he will gain absolutely nothing. He's hit like a truck at the 44.
Yep, and that is inside linebacker Robin Murdoch escorting him out of bounds there. Good play from the linebackers is key to keeping running backs in check, and the London Knights have kept Zulu in check absolutely. I think he's only got we're going to call it 8 yards total on the day.
ACL to throw. Outside, caught. Going to turn upfield. Going to get past midfield as well. And he'll get down to the 47 of London. 3rd and 1 coming. Gustafson on the... Or no, I'm sorry. Burnham on the catch. Couldn't quite get the first down marker.
It couldn't quite get the first one, but 3rd and 1 is a great place to be in. You can do just about whatever you want. Run the ball, quick slants, take a shot if you want. Lots of opportunity here.
Yeah, they're in line to possibly take a shot here unless it's a draw play. It will be a draw play. Trying to get to the outside. He won't do it. Ogunzulu moves backwards, and they will give up possession as they will punt the ball away. What a play by the defensive line. Good pursuit to the ball from London.
Yep, that is the monster outside linebacker, Slyn Shady, getting through. He's been all 3 of his years here with the London Knights, and he shows them right now why they keep him around. It is for plays like that in clutch situations.
Huge defensive stand by London's D. That is excellent play as they get through a Rob Roby interception. That's going to bounce towards the 4. That's a big problem for London, and it will stop them on the 4-yard line. Roby with nothing behind him but pay dirt, and that's a problem going into this drive.
It's a problem going into this drive, but it wouldn't be as much of a problem as if this had happened to the Sharks. Why? Because Reggie Streeter is on the field and continues to show the ability to run the ball. He should be able to get them out of the shadow of their own goalpost and give Roby some room to work.
So that split back's back there right now. Might be using the fullback for a little bit of blocking. He will get the ball, Will Streeter. He'll get a couple yards forward, and that is to the 7-yard line. So get him a little bit forward, 3 yards.
3 yards is a good pickup on 1st down, especially good coming from the 4-yard line. And so now that gives Robbie a little room. He could take a 3-4 step drop if he needed to try and get a throw out, or they could try some play action here, get a little deception going.
And they will try a run. Streeter has some blocks. Trying to get through one more tackle. He will. He's got some green in front of him. Down to the 35, 40, 45 midfield to get taken down at the 49-yard line. They had to chase him down to take him down. They do just that. Streeter moves him ahead.
And with that run, Streeter has 100 yards rushing in his first regular season game as a rookie. He has been a huge part of their offense all day, and now the stat line is going to show just how big his impact has been.
Strong safety Jacob Gustafson stood between him and a probable touchdown. Gustafson did chase him down. That's a big defensive play, and it gives San Francisco a fighting chance. Roby gets the play off on a crossing pattern, but he is lit up like a Christmas tree behind the line of scrimmage. 3-yard gain. Was it worth it, Rob Roby, is the question there.
You know, you have to lay yourself out there. Your running back comes out and breaks a big tackle and goes to work for you. So if you're Rob Roby, you have to say, hey, I'm willing to take those hits too.
Under center. Looking to throw here, looks like 2nd and 7 for London. This becomes a pretty big drive in the 3rd quarter. Plenty of time. Throwing over the middle, split the seam, got his man to the 32. And that is 1st and 10 as they are in the precipice of field goal range. It's Bomber again.
Yep, back to the tight end as Roby reads zone coverage, and the tight end routes are almost always designed to find holes in the zone. That's a perfect completion there for Roby to keep this ball moving up to the 32-yard line. This is a great drive for them.
Pretty efficient drive as they try to crawl their way back in. From the 32 of San Fran, in the gun is Roby. No drop back to it. Crossing pattern over the middle. Not much to it from a trajectory standpoint. Moving more east-west than north-south. James hands his 8th catch. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Yeah, the drag route really designed to beat man coverage is going to be open for the throw on the zone that the Sharks are showing them. But because of those linebackers there in that kind of bubble, they'll be ready to swarm to the ball and keep the gains short.
Split backs again. Under center. 4 on the defensive line. Handoff. Streeter is going to worm his way through. He got close. Had 1 to beat to get to the second level. Couldn't do it. It's 3rd and 3.
And Streeter continues to show that one person is not enough persons to tackle him. It's always taking that second or third effort to bring him to the ground. And it's the perfect debut for a running back.
Huge 3rd down for San Fran's defense. They've got 4 on the line. Empty backfield for Roby. Looks to throw over the left side. That is caught. And they get into the red zone for the 3rd time this evening. 1st and 10 at the 13. And that's a huge, huge catch for London.
Yep, old reliable James Hand there with catch number 9 on the game. He has been the favorite target of Roby, and that clutch 1st down shows exactly why.
Under center, Roby. They can get a 1st down at the 3. Quick drop. Plenty of time to throw. Over the middle, that's caught, and that's a touchdown. London back in the game. Ken McCarro, believe that's his 2nd of the ball game.
I do believe you are correct there, sir.
Yes, indeed.
That is his 2nd of the game. A good route. He's running right through that zone coverage on the same kind of route that we've seen them hit the tight end so many times. But when you want to go to the end zone, you want the reliable wide receiver there. That is also the 9th catch for Ken McCarro, and a big deal as they cut this lead down to 5, possibly 4.
I was wrong, by the way. James Hands has the other touchdown for London. It is his 1st touchdown of this game, but it is none bigger than that one right now. It does get them back to a 1-possession contest. 21-17 as the extra point is up and good. San Francisco going to get the ball back as they try to retaliate and get it back to a 2-possession ball game. 2:10 left in the 3rd quarter in the 3rd stanza of this Week 1 tilt.
San Francisco really needs to get their offense clicking again. 2 consecutive punts since they've came out of the halftime. They need points to make this lead more comfortable.
Manning from his own 10 has it the 20, 25 to the 27, get it to the 28 where he will be taken down. It's time for Dylan Aciel to come back out onto the field as he had a little bit of a problem since the second half got underway, getting the ball downfield. Possible first or halftime adjustments by the Knights defensively have thwarted any attempt. We'll see if he can adjust back and get some yards for his team. I formation. Zulu in the backfield. He'll get the football over and through the middle. It'll be a 5-yard gain to the 34. And San Fran has some movement on offense.
And at 5 yards, that's his longest run of the day. He's got quite a lot of work ahead of him if he wants to catch up to the rookie he's going up against at running back. But solid gains on 1st down are exactly the kind of pace setter that the Sharks need.
Only his 3rd carry of this game. He has 3 positive yards on the ground. Has a couple of catches, though. To the outside, Zulu again. This is one of those catches. He's going to have a hit behind the line. He'll lose 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 7. Zulu moving backwards.
An errant throw there means that Zulu does not catch this and continue running. He actually has to come backwards, and that arrests his momentum enough that the defense can swarm to him and cut that off before Zulu really gets his feet back under him.
In the gun, Aciel. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Quick drop, thrown short. Trying to get the 1st down, he does. Good turn up field, and that is indeed a 1st down. San Fran moves the chains. And I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was Burnham again.
A dangerous curl route there is he doesn't extend that out past the yard to gain. and so he's going to have to fight for that yardage, but he gets a good step. His quarterback throws him into motion there, allows him to pick up that first down.
In the gun, Aciel, plenty of time, heaves it left side. Oh, and the route was jumped. It was nearly coming back the other way. Huge play from Nathan Blake, but it couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, Nathan Blake says, "Hey, the rest of our cornerback group is picking balls off. I want one too." He had a great opportunity there on an underthrown ball, and he'll be looking at his gloves, wondering why when he gets the chance.
2nd and 10. Aciel getting ready. 2 in the gun, 2 in the gun with him. 6 in the box defensively for London. Aciel, plenty of time. Right sideline, caught. Not much to it. 3rd and 5 coming up. This will be their 10th attempt at 3rd down. Looking to go 60%, which is definitely a respectable number in this day and age of football.
And that's the 12th catch for Burnham there. He's at 176 yards. That is an insane amount of yards, no matter what level of football you're playing at. A great day for him.
39 first downs in this game. And we're not even to the 4th quarter yet. This will be to the outside, moving backwards, make it 4th and 7. Not much left to that, and Gabriel Manning can't move forward. It'll be a San Francisco punt one more time and give London the football with a chance to take the lead at the end of the 3rd quarter. So one more quarter left in the Bay Area. The SFL presented by APM Music on YouTube. We'll be back in just a moment. Sharks ahead, 21-17.
And I always say that the tale of a game is told at the start of the 4th quarter. If it's a blowout, you go, I don't really need to watch the 4th quarter. When you come back and it's a 4-point game at the start, you know you're in for some exciting football as both teams are laying it on the line.
And punt upcoming for San Fran. This ball kicked from the 30. It'll get all the way down to the 14-yard line. Chance for Malinishin getting it back to the 23. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the London Knights as Rob Roby back out on to the field. Roby, 3 interceptions in this game, does not want another one. And another one could be really, really debilitating in their comeback effort.
Could be really debilitating, but they moved the ball exceptionally well last time. You know, they had the big 40-plus yard run, but all the rest of their motion was pretty much through the air, and they're starting again with 5 wide.
Over the middle, that ball is caught. Not much left to that one. 2nd and 2 after an 8-yard completion on forward progress.
Yep, and that's the tight end, Ballmer. Once again, he's proved a very reliable target in the middle. Good for about 6 or 7 most plays, and he makes it a very easy 2nd and 2. Opens the playbook nice and wide.
Huge shout out to Andy Hamilton. Vancouver gets their first win, taking out the Swarm 38-17 in Canada. In week 1 action, that'll be a run that does not go very far. Make it 3rd and 1 as the linebacker comes up to make the play.
Yep, 3rd and 1, you know, that's the kind of risk you're willing to take on 2nd down. You know, if you go backwards a little bit, that's okay. You don't go anywhere, that's okay. Just don't turn the ball over. They should still be able to pick up the first here and continue marching down the field.
No, they may. 6 for 12 at the moment. Only 50%, or 6 for 11 at the moment, I should say. Handoff. Streeter's got the first down and a few more as they get to the 35-yard line. What we're noticing here, though, is that they are burning time off this clock. If they continue to move the ball like this, it's going to make it that much harder for San Francisco to nail the door shut.
With as much success as they've had on the ground, I don't blame them for burning that clock down. San Francisco's had a very poignant air attack. You don't want to give them time to orchestrate a comeback.
Streeter again through the middle, and that is going to be a 2-yard run to the 39-yard line as they continue to move. Four-point game in the Bay Area. Crucial 2nd down here. Got to at least make it a little bit easier on 3rd. Split backs for Roby. Handoff. Streeter. Got to get behind his block. He does. Got to break that tackle. He does not. And it will be a 1-yard loss. 3rd and 9. Streeter, 6.2 a carry, but didn't get anything on that one.
Yeah, Chad Guy does a good job of reading how that block is going to pan out and how Streeter is going to react to it. Good read, lets a linebacker get outside, keep that from going for any yards.
7 for 12 at the moment. Got to make it 7 for 13 if they want to keep the drive alive, and they will do. I should say 8 for 13, and they do just that. 1st and 10, and again, another one by Ken Maccaro. He moves the sticks, and London is inside, or just about the midfield stripe.
10 receptions now on the game for him. We're going to call that 140 or more yards. He has been absolutely clutch.
Under center. Handoff through the middle, and that goes nowhere. They do say he got a yard. 2nd and 9 at the midfield stripe. And the defensive tackle, they're trying to get to him, not able to get to him in time to stop the positive yardage.
Yeah, that's good play, though, from that defensive line. They've only got one linebacker to help them out there, and the way Streeter's been running, you think he's going to win that most of the time. Holding them to one's a win.
That's another run by Streeter. This time, so the Sharks are equal to it. 3rd and long as they have to try to get to the, well, to the 41 of San Francisco to get a first down.
Yeah, but that's linebacker Toby Kaufman there on the point of attack, finally starting to see the field from Streeter's perspective and blow those runs up before he can break them open.
Under center, 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Looking to throw. Plenty of time as all day. That's a pick! And you saw it coming as soon as he threw it. Oh, what a play. Rob Roby, 4 interceptions today. The linebacker read the route all the way through.
Toby Kaufman, not once but twice, has Streeter's number. Sees exactly what's happening on this one. Jumps it nice and early. Can't quite keep his feet in bounds there, but that is fantastic play from the inside linebacker.
And bring out Dylan Aciel. Has decent field position to work with. To his left is Ogunzulu. Handoff Zulu on the draw play, and he will get back to the line of scrimmage and no further.
Big defensive stop there. They want to do as much as they can to get their offense the ball back with time to do something. 6 minutes left is time for San Francisco to maybe get down there and kick a field goal, and that doesn't put London out of their misery. But if they score a touchdown here, this might be over for London.
It would be at least very, very close. In the gun. Aciel to throw. Heaves it. Left side. Got a target. This one is in a white shirt, however. Another pick by one of these quarterbacks. That's the 3rd of the game. This one, Chris Dodd will pick off.
And that's his 2nd interception of the game. Chris Dodd having a debut here for the London Knights. He came from Sioux Falls, and he is making about as much of an impact as a corner can make. And, I mean, speaking of Sioux Falls, he was a Sioux Falls Sparrow for a decently long time as well, if memory serves. 21-17, San Fran. London has the ball back again. Plenty of time for Roby. This one's over the middle, and it was nearly back again in San Francisco's arms. Matt Burnham, the linebacker. 27. That's Gustafson, I believe, who nearly brought that one back over. 27 is actually Hoffman, who that would
Camden
be
Hoffman,
his
yep.
second. That would be his 2nd interception. He had the pick 6 earlier in the game. It's just an interception festival. This secondary for both teams just absolutely going off tonight.
Under center. Plenty of time to throw. Roby, short throw, caught. Not much to that one. A 4-yard gain, 3rd and 6 on the way.
I like the call on 2nd down. You read that coverage going deep, dump it off to your reliable tight end who has been able to pick up 5 or 6 consistently for you and make this a 3rd and manageable rather than a 3rd and long.
In the gun, 1 with him. Thrown. That is incomplete. Very close, and that is going to be a punt upcoming. London can't make it happen, and they'll give San Francisco the ball back with 5 and change to go.
You know, in a lot of cases, I would say maybe you have to go for this, you know, because of the game situation where you are on the field. But their defense has had 3 consecutive punts and then an interception. So I think you trust your defense to get you that ball back here with this very bad field position they're going to leave the Sharks with.
Yeah, they're going to try to get this as close to the end zone line as they can. Low snap, good boot. Get it up towards the 19. Not a ton of leg on it. And it will be an immediate tackle to the 24-yard line. 21-17, San Fran, they have the ball back as we play with 5.5 to go.
Yep, this is the drive that will make or break the Sharks. If they give up another interception or go another 3 and out, it could be their doom, as they could then lose the lead. If they can march down the field with time off the clock and a score, they could ice the game.
On the other side, London, this is a do or die for them as well. They got to get the ball back with some time to do something, and that's going to be a run through the middle. Basically, a field goal keeps them in it, so that's fine. Forcing a turnover would keep them in it, obviously. Forcing a punt would keep them in it. All 3 timeouts for London as well. So this is as crucial a defensive drive for London as it is an offensive drive for San Fran, who's trying to put this game away.
And I think the London Knights defense is up to the job. They've played really well. 5 total punts, forced 2 interceptions, excuse me. No, 3 interceptions. This is a strong defense tonight.
And San Fran has the completion to the outside. Matt Burnham is there. 13 catches for him as he's a $183, I think, if I read that right. And it's 3rd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
It's almost become a question at this point of not can Burnham get 200 yards, but just how long is it going to take him to get there? Unless this drive ends prematurely, he'll probably pick it up this time.
You would think. In the gun, shotgun anyway. ACL to throw to the outside. That's caught. Moving backwards. That's not the correct way. It'll be 4th and 9 as it looks like the Sharks will punt it away.
And who else but Big Slin Shady there on the defensive stop. That is the 3rd time we've seen ACL throw this ball on the dump off there like that behind the receiver so that they have to come back to it and then they get tackled not only behind the line to gain, but just behind the line of scrimmage, not getting the job done.
Well, it worked well for London. They're now sitting on the precipice of good field position depending on where this punt ends up. 4th and 9 from their own 26. It'll be kicked from the 12. End over end. Get it across midfield. Not much farther than that to the 44. And it will be to the 30, or to the, 34 to the 36 is where he ends up. And London has the ball back with still a chance to take the lead in the late going.
A 64-yard field is going to feel pretty good for London. They've almost got that in a single run from Reggie Streeter before. So this is wide open. They're going to the 4-minute offense because if they can take the time off, they can win it in this drive.
And this will be a passing play. Long drop back. Short over the middle and nearly picked off. San Francisco makes the play defensively. That was nearly disaster for London.
Nearly disaster is almost the biggest understatement of the day from you, Chris. But they get away with one there. They're going to have 2nd and 10. No real time taken off the clock. Look for them to go back to Streeter here because he has been working.
Going to have some out-of-town scoreboard updates here in a bit after a crucial 2nd down play for London. Plenty of drop back to the 5-step. Wings it over the middle. Deep tip drill. And another one that finds its way to the turf. Nearly a problem for the Sharks.
That was rookie Justin Jones with his hand on that ball. That was a 6th pick in the draft. So they put a lot of emphasis on going down to get that guy. And a big deflection there on 2nd down to keep their hopes alive of holding on to this.
New Orleans 24, Houston 12. That game has gone final in your out-of-town scoreboard. So the Pharaohs get their first win. Hyena goes to 0-1. Or Hyenas go to 0-1. That's a first down for the London Knights. I believe that's Macaro again with it's Hands with a catch first in a while for him. And it's 1st and 10.
The first catch period for Donnie Hands. And if you're going to wait to get your most senior wideout on the team involved, that's the time to do it right there. You had to get that first down.
Streeter off tackle, tries to get through the hole. He'll get 3 yards, 2nd and 7 on the way as he's just about at the 120 mark on the ground.
Yep, and they will wisely let this clock keep running and keep feeding your running back the rock here. You're in a good spot, but you have to pick up 3 or 4 at a time, and you can do it.
Under center. 4 on the line defensively for San Fran. All 4 come. Throw to the outside. That is a run for Streeter after the catch. And a 5-yard completion makes it 3rd and short as we come up close. Well, we just under 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter in a game where London has the ball and can take the lead. It's late in coming at the moment.
I really want to see play action here. They've gotten the run established. 3rd and 2 is a little risky here. You don't want to give this ball up, but with an empty backfield, they're not going to be going play action here.
No, that'd be a real big effort if they did. Looking to throw. Over the left side. That is incomplete. Huge 3rd down play to stop the clock and the football. The momentum clearly on San Francisco's side, as it'll be a short-term punt, I believe, unless they decide to go for it.
I mean, you have to go for it here, don't you? 3 minutes left. Do you
would think.
Take the chance that you don't get the ball back? Camden Hoffman, with honestly his 2nd most impressive touch of the night, and they are going for it.
They are. Thrown. Short. Caught! Oh, what a 4th down conversion. That'll give them the ball at the 33-yard line. They're in field goal range, but it doesn't do them much good at this point. They are 1st and 10, and they are in with a shout.
Reggie Streeter is going to be the hero of this game for London.
If they win.
If they manage to pull this off. He's been huge on the ground. Just great coming out of the backfield on the catches. What a day for the rookie.
From the 33, Roby's in the backfield by himself. It's empty. Long drop back, 7-step drop, heaves it, looking for it all. It's picked off at the 8-yard line. Roby's 5th pick of the ball game, and it belongs to the safety position again. That is a big problem. Barry Barkley is 2nd of the ball game.
Wow. I don't understand why you make this throw. You gotta go underneath, chip away. A little bit of technical difficulties up here in the booth. Chris will be joining us in just a moment.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. We are back. Yeah, a little bit of an issue on the technical end, but we are back underway. The Quip 2-minute warning is upon us, and let me know if you guys see video. We don't want to lose this last part of the game.
Yeah, this has been a surprising one, to say the least. I mean, we've had 8 interceptions in this game. San Francisco has the ball, and they've got to not give this up.
This will be a run for Zulu, and he's going to get to 3rd and inches to the 17. Timeout London as they try to stop the clock just after the 2-minute warning.
So this is what it was. They were saving Zulu. Oh, no, that was actually Bryant. They were saving their best running plays for the end of the game when they needed them most. And now they're chipping time off the clock and getting them real close to the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go. 3rd and short, and this is going to be a big play, one of the biggest of the evening. From their own 17, got to get it past the 18 for the first. I formation. I think Zulu's getting the ball. It would only make sense. So does London. That's through the middle. Got the 1st down! San Francisco has pushed the envelope. London timeout, but they can only stop it a limited number of times. That's probably going to seal things here for San Francisco's opening week win.
A critical mistake made there on the defensive line. They come out, they've got 7 up in that box right there, but they vacate the middle of that formation, and that is where most runs out of that power set are going to go. It lets them pick up the 1st down, and that probably seals their fate.
Now, just got to get one more good run, and they're going to try to run it again for Zulu. The human victory cigar at the moment gets it down to the 29-yard line. That's London's last timeout with 1:48 to go. And if they hold the ball for the entire play clock, then we'll probably get there. But a real nice win, or so it would seem at the moment, for San Francisco. 21-17 is what it's at right now. Victory formation on the field. And good stuff by the Sharks. London is going to be licking their wounds heading back to Queensway, as they will go down thanks in no small part to Rob Roby's 5 interceptions in this ball game. He'll be looking to redeem himself next week.
Looking to redeem himself, but the people who won't be looking to redeem themselves are the secondary groups for both of these teams. I mean, three interceptions for the London secondary is nothing to sneeze at either. 5 for the Sharks secondary. They were the consummate predators tonight, looking to take advantage of every mistake that Roby made.
Yeah, what a receiving group by really everybody. Everybody in the secondary more so. I mean, just to give you kind of a retrospect, James Hands had 9 completions in this game, so he had 9 catches. There were 8 interceptions in this game by both secondaries combined. So they just about equaled the output of one wide receiver, which is pretty extraordinary. So good stuff by the secondaries for keeping their eyes on the quarterback. It'll be a punt, and I guess they will. I mean, that's poor clock management. They're going to have a chance to get the ball back, you think?
It's a chance, but it's going to be a slim one. Only about 30 seconds for London to get back down this field. Not impossible, but about the longest shot you can hope for.
Well, put the ball in Malinchen's hands. We'll see if he can do something on the return. Tries a spin. Not going to work. Clock stops with 22 on it. Rob Roby going to come out and have a chance for probably 1 or 2 long heaves from the 36. The question is, can he get it all the way downfield? Is the better question. Is San Francisco just trying to keep everything in front of them?
64 yards and 22 seconds to do it. You think this has to be through the air, but after 5 interceptions, do you really trust yourself to throw this ball, or do you hope that your rookie running back can pick it all up on the ground?
I mean, you just got to kind of chuck and pray. Regardless, that's over the left side, or over the middle, I should say, and nearly picked off again. Oh man, I'll tell you what. The Rob Roby's going to have to be hiding himself from London fans when he gets back to Queensway. That was very dangerous.
Yeah, they are lucky they are not playing in front of their home crowd right now, because if you've seen the way their soccer fans react, I cannot believe their football fans would be viewing this one very kindly.
2nd and 10. Seconds. At least that only took about 2 seconds off the clock. Waiting for the routes to develop. Puts it over the middle. That one is picked off. And believe it or not, it's interception number 6 in this game for Rob Roby. That will absolutely seal things now. And if I'm not mistaken, that is another one. This one for Justin Jones, his first of the game.
His first of the game, his first of the career. Justin Jones, the 6th pick in this year's draft, comes up with his first INT in his first game. He's going to be making sure to talk to the equipment manager to get a hold of that one. It's going in the personal trophy case.
Yeah, absolutely, as well it should. Huge interception to seal things up. Victory formation out on the field, and the Sharks are going to get their first win of season number 12. Big win at that. A lot of fun from these guys, as they are nothing but a fun group to hang out with. Got a chance in the production meetings to talk to some of the staff. And they run a pretty loose group as far as that goes. So a lot of fun to be had on that sideline. But that is going to do it. San Francisco gets their first win of Season 12 with a 21-17 victory over London from the Shark Tank. And Gus, your final thoughts as we go into the postgame.
6 interceptions is too many. Roby is going to be blaming himself fully for this one. But a great performance from Reggie Streeter kept them in this ball game despite all that. So they're going to be very happy with their ground attack and with their defense. If you're the San Francisco Sharks, you also have to clean up your interceptions, but a great passing attack otherwise and a beautiful secondary performance allowed them to win in a very strong fashion.
With that said, that brings us to next week's outlook. As we look for these teams' opponent, London travels to Denver, so they probably might not even leave the country before they travel a little bit due east to take on the Nightwings. And if you are looking for the Sharks, they take on the Indianapolis Spitfire next week as well. So that one should be good, and as the Spitfire play at home in front of their home fans. San Francisco wins 21-17 in the finale of week number 1's SFL action. Will be set for week 2 come Friday night on Twitch. We will see you guys then. For Gus Schultz and Jeff Malinchin on Stats, I'm Chris Curtis saying goodbye and good night from the Bay Area. 1-0 Sharks, 0-1 Knights, as they will work towards next week. For more information, head over to simulationfl.net or use the Discord command in chat to get in with our community. Have a good night from San Francisco. We'll see you next time.